Good morning, everybody. I'll wait a minute so everybody can get on. Right now, I'm in the car with my husband, and we're gonna go to the funeral home and see if they have the correct times and everything. This morning was a hard morning for me. I went through my mom's clothes and stuff. I brought them home yesterday, and I went through her clothes and stuff and her shoes. My mom loved her clothes, guys. She liked to wear. I'm wearing one of her outfits today that Keith got her that she didn't really get to wear, and a new pair of shoes that he had got her that she didn't really get to wear. It feels like that it even has her smell on it almost, and her perfume. She wore it one time. She didn't even get to go out in it. But she was so excited. They ordered a bunch of these Nike outfits and shoes, and she didn't really get to wear them. Maybe one time. Some of them she didn't even get to wear, but it smells like Mom. And I miss her so much, guys. This morning it's just been so rough on me. I woke up sick this morning. I think it's because of all the emotions that I've been feeling, but I'm doing okay. I'm keeping my head. So right now we're on our way to the Bowling funeral home. We're going to confirm all the times and everything. I've got my mom's outfit and her shoes back there. Now she ordered these shoes, and then the day she passed, the day after, that morning, they came in the mail. And she was so excited about these shoes, guys. And I'm going to let her wear them with her outfit that she's going to be buried with. She loves her Nike stuff. She's never been worn. She just got them. And I'm going to let her wear those because I know that she would like it. My mom wasn't like a dressy a really girly kind of girl. She was kind of a down-the-earth country girl. Everybody knows that. Tomboy, just like me. We both had different styles, but we both wore each other's clothes too. She'd come to my trailer and she'd be like, "Hey, can I borrow this?" And I'd be like, "Yeah, sure." And then I would go to her house, and we got our clothes mixed up a lot because we're basically the same size. We have the same foot size and everything. So, in a lot of ways, we were kind of like best friends. And she would come over and everything. We'd hang out, and we'd do everything together. Anytime that I needed to talk to someone, she was the number one person that I called. And like I said, in moments like this, I would call my mom when something was bothering me. I can't call her about this if I'm going through it. Someone told me yesterday, called and talked to me. Her mom recently passed away. It's someone that I work with due to cancer. And she told me that it don't really get easier. You just kind of learn how to cope with it, but the pain never really goes away. And she said that her mom, her and her mom were like best friends. She had watched my videos, and she said that that's how she felt with her mom, best friends and stuff. And she gave me some examples of how to deal with it. And that's what I'm doing. I'm taking her advice. I'm taking everybody's advice on here, and I'm just trying to stay strong with it. But my mom had the best smell, guys. She always smelled kind of like a lavender. She loved lavender, and that's what her clothes smell like. She could wear something one time, she could touch it, and you could smell it because her smell was just so strong. But yeah, so on my way to the funeral home, I got her stuff that she's going to be buried with. That little book that I showed you guys, I'm going to let her be buried with it because I think it meant a lot to her. she kept it all these years, and it was on top of everything in the bottom of that box. And it looks like she has looked through it a lot. So I think she'd like that. And also, I'm going to go by her house and just get some more for plants and stuff that was outside, and me and my little girl's going to put them in our little side garden, and we're going to take care of them. It means a lot to my daughter. She's 6, and she don't fully understand about what's going on, but she does know what heaven is. And I told her we had a dog that she absolutely loved, and she was a French bulldog, and she was just the sweetest dog. And we had her cremated, and anyway, I was explaining to her, Nana's in heaven now, and she said with Nola, our dog, and I said, yeah, with Nola, our dog. She said the sweetest thing. She said, they're probably up there playing fetch together. I said, well, they probably are. Yeah, so sweet. And then I was also going through, like, my little brother. I don't know if you all know, but I had a little brother that passed away. My mom gave birth to, and it was really hard on her. My mom had went through so much, and I was going through his stuff yesterday, making sure that everything was there, because I know about it, but she had a lot of memorable stuff of his, and I found his funeral book, and it was at the same funeral home, and I didn't know that. It's at the same funeral home she's going to be at, so I think that would mean a lot to her. And also, I found his little book with everybody's name in it that was there at the funeral. Now, the book was not full, so I think that it would mean a lot to her if we used the same book and just put her information on one page and then had all the guests on the rest of the book. I think that would mean a lot to her, because there's plenty of space in the book for hundreds of people. So I think that would mean a lot to her if I put it like that. She loved her son, and it hurt her a lot that she lost him. I couldn't imagine going through any of the stuff that my mom had to go through. My mom was such a brave, strong woman, and she went through so much pain in her life, and so did my dad. My dad went through a lot of pain in her. Losing a child would drive people. I can't even wrap my mind around losing a child. It would be at any age. I did lose a child, but it was a miscarriage, and even though that hurt enough, I couldn't imagine giving birth to a child and then taking it home and raising it, and then for months, and then having to take it to the hospital, and then they had complications to where it just didn't make it out. My mom stayed with my brother while my grandparents and my aunts took care of me and my sister when we were babies. And my mom stayed at the hospital with my brother till he passed. She was there forever, I think months she was there. She just stayed with them until she couldn't. So she's a really good woman. But I'll get on here and I'll post the times and stuff. I think the times are correct. I think they changed the times on there to where we wanted it. I think my grandparents called and they decided the times. But I'll go and confirm it, and then I'll let you all know if that's the right times or not. Chelsea, I'm doing good. I'm doing a lot better. It was a rough morning, but I'm doing better today. Like I said yesterday, I have an awesome family. I have awesome friends. My husband, like I said, look at that man. There's no perfect man for me than him. He's just awesome. He does it. There is no person besides her fiance that helped my mom out as much as my husband did, besides my grandparents, and some family. But my husband, he made sure that my mom, anytime she needed something, he was there. whenever she had cancer and she asked if we could move down there to take care of her, he didn't even hesitate. He's like, yeah, we'll move. We'll do whatever you needed to. And he did. And no matter what she needed, he always helped her with it, no matter what. And that's why I love him so much. He's just so perfect. When I say perfect, I mean perfect. If we have a disagreement about something, and we do sometimes, and it's rare, but if we do, we don't argue, we show affection, in front of our children. Our children love that me and my husband get along so well, and he's such a great dad, and he spends time with the kids, and anytime my kids want or need something, he gets it or tries to. He works so hard, and he works for a moving company, and he basically almost manages it. He's really good at what he does, and it's such a hard job moving furniture and stuff. He has to lift things, and he'll be gone sometimes even for days, and on out-of-state jobs, and it's really, really tough. And he does that for us, and it's just awesome. My mom loved my husband, and I know that she's watching him right now, and me, and she always told him how much she loved him all the time, and how much, anytime she's seen him, don't matter if it was, at Walmart or whatever, at the dollar store, she'd always give him a hug, and she'd always tell him how proud she was of him and how awesome he was, because he is. You're amazing. And my mom loved him so much. But yeah. And I'm on my way to my grandparents' house, and we're going to pick up a picture that my mama wants at the funeral for Mom. It's of Mom, and I'm going to take it with me to the funeral with all the rest of her stuff that I'm taking. My mama and papa's hanging in there, but I know they have to be hurting so bad, but they're dealing with it the best they can. Everybody's dealing with it in their own way, and I think we're all doing pretty good because we're all there for each other right now, and that's the way it needs to be. What was I going to say? But yeah, my mom loved my husband. My grandfather, she always told me that my grandfather was the best man ever in her whole life. And that's the man that she loved the most out of everybody. He was the man that she loved the most. He was like invincible to her in a way, kind of like how my kids look up to my husband. He's like this, this really strong and strong-minded person, and it's like no matter what you do, nothing can knock them down. And that's how my grandpa is. That's how my mom looked at my grandpa. And my grandpa had a nickname for my mom. It's I think a lot of you all know it. It was Chicken. And my mom said that she hated the nickname at first when she was younger, but then she got used to it, and everybody started calling her Chicken. But they had a lot of nicknames for each other too. And my mom had a lot of nicknames for her friends. But I'm going to get off here, and I'll post another video, and I love you guys, and I'm going to go and take care of that today, and I'll talk to you all later.